Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body and keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring attention to this bell sound, and while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra, just follow the sound please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened one. So dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, as usual, we'll take few minutes to understand how this practice will help for us to develop our conventional life, and at the same time, that conventional development, how we can use for our spiritual success. So you can't separate this, even though only practice point of view, we separately talk about these things. You can't separate your conventional and spiritual life, because the way you maintain your conventional life become your spiritual success. So there is no, you detach from your conventional life and just become only spiritual. So then this both together, but from the beginning to understand, so we have to see, we have kind of like, when we look for happiness and satisfaction, in the happiness, there are two ways: the conventional happiness. On the surface levels, in day-to-day life, as ordinary people, we look for happiness and satisfaction, even though we don't know what it means, and we just look for that. That is the reality. We don't know what is the meaning of happiness. We just keep going, because why? We heard things. And sometimes we just by ourselves doing certain things, we condition already, oh, life should be like this. Now we keep repeating it. And if you a little bit to step back and look into yourself, deeper into your own life, you have done many things, you went through many things, but still, today, what you have? Material things you can count as a part of life, but it's helpless. And when there are situations come, these material things cannot help you. Only the condition of your mind can protect you. Only the condition of mind can save you. Only the condition of mind can guide you. So then, have you ever thought about it? And have you ever worked for that? So practicing meditation means we develop and we strengthen our, we bring the clarity to this condition of mind. Rather than bringing something from outside, we purify the thoughts and get out of all the unnecessary thought, and we bring the very true nature of your own mind, because it's already there within you. what happened on the way in this journey, we accumulated a lot of, knowingly or unknowingly, we accumulated a lot of unnecessary informations. And because of that, what happens, that information became our reality. So now what happens, now that information guides us, and it became our feelings, it became our emotions, and it became our thoughts. So now we believe certain informations as life. But in the depth of that all, that real you, maybe you missing. So the meditation is a kind of like an invitation for your reality through nature. And the meditation is an invitation to connect it to the present moment. So the meditation is an invitation to understand the truth. So the meditation is an invitation for you to withdraw from all the actions, but just be the experiencer. Why? Because most of time we are struggling in this world and trying to do a lot of things and trying to gain a lot of things. And because of that, our visualization became so strong, and we are projecting our mind to future, and then we develop dreams inside us. So finally, what happens? Finally, we become unhappy, sad, worried, disappointed, which is not there. And sometimes we become sad, worried, disappointed because of the things we didn't experience. So if you didn't experience it, that means it was not there already. So then you didn't experience it. So then that means you become unhappy most of time in your life. Something not happened. Think about it a little bit. And if you really lose something, it is okay. Then there is a reason for you to be unhappy. But if you didn't lose anything, and still you are the same, you have the same you, but still just because of the thoughts or your imagination, if you become unhappy, sad, worried, disappointed, then you have to think about it. So the meditation is a method take you to a place that can understand this mental game, the thought struggle, wrestling that going on inside our head, and get out of it. So when it comes to that practicing meditation, that's why it is not about visualizing. It's more and more and more you focus and realize and recognize within the moment of experience that happen without any action that you perform by yourself. Because we are addicted to do things. The very difficult part of our life is stay without doing anything. Try it. Try 5 minutes, not to do anything. Even don't try to think about anything. So whatever experience come to you, just recognize it. Then you will see you deeply, your mind feels so discomfort, disappointed. It always want to jump towards something, clinging to something, look into something. It's always try to move forward. That means it's always into existence, jump into existence, clinging to existence, your thoughts. So that is where the creation comes. So that creation in the conventional life, we need that for a certain level. But the thing is, you should not take it as you. That's the thing. You should have to understand there is nothing that you can claim as you. So, one principle when it comes to the universe, the one of the thing is nothing can be repeat, period. If you look at the human history, all the kings, queens, empires, millionaires, genius used to be in the world. That's all gone. They're not going to come back again. That's the nature of the entire. If you understand that, you get enlightened. Nothing can be repeated. So then in this very moment, what you experience, you're not going to experience again. This is the only moment. So then don't think about repeating. But the thing is, in our mind, we don't get that dharma. We think, oh, I will do that. Oh, I will do that. And other than so, nothing can be repeated. And another one is, this is the first time you have this life. This is the first time you have this life. Maybe you had some other things, but this life, this is the first time. So then you have to look into yourself and just remember yourself that whatever comes to your head, a little bit you have to analyze and careful, because you have no idea where you're heading, because it was not there yet for you. And it's a brand new tomorrow waiting for you. So then you don't know what is waiting for you. I don't know what is waiting for me tomorrow. But anything. If you are capable to accept anything as it is, without struggling or without trying to repeat yourself, and accepting it as a very new moment and opening it to without resisting, and then you are capable to move forward. So otherwise, we always clinging to the memory, or we clinging to the things, or we clinging to the situations, or we clinging to the people, and jumping to past or the future, and always struggling with thoughts, take us to very struggle, difficulties. It's create inside our mind. So that's why practicing meditation allow you to release this and get out of this. So then more than any other time, you have to remember, little bit you have to give time to settle down to your mind. Why? Because it's always, we have too much information, too many things, and it always goes somewhere. Now it became a kind of like a nature to us. And we are so comfortable to jump here and there rather than settling down. So that's why the meditation is a kind of like an invitation for you to settle down a little bit. So get that invitation. And meditation is a kind of like an invitation for you to be in the moment or being in the present. Take that moment. Take that invitation. It is for you. Because otherwise, sometimes that wherever our mind jump and it keep going that way, and maybe we lose this where we are. And maybe our mind start to jump forward and the backward. It's very difficult to come back, maybe. And even it come back sometimes, when it come back itself, it's not going to be in the very clear nature. It come with many dust. Your mind come back with many unknown, unnecessary informations. So it make your life more hard. So then can you become very sustainable? without taking from outside information, just being in the moment. For a moment, if you practice it a little bit, you will see more than the conventional happiness that you look going outside, just being settling down yourself, and you find another happiness. So we can't push people to do that, but only thing we can say, there is something like that within you. Maybe today is not the day for you to practice that. Sometimes maybe you are so comfortable to keep going outside. Do it. Keep going, keep going. Go far, far, far away from you. Let your mind to travel to the past or the future far away. And one day, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe next week or the next month, in case, if you have the joy, satisfaction, be with it. But in case one day, if you feel kind of like this is not going to work, and if you get tired going far away, then remember, settle down with yourself. Because the thing is, there are two natures. We know this world is suffering, this world is change. So when it comes to this conventional life, with our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, what we accumulate, that whatever the perception come to you, whatever the consciousness we experience, within inside and the outside, within form, feeling, perception, volition, and recognition, and even to this outside world, within this entire universe, to all the planets, to the stars, there are two natures. So one is everything, from very single subatomic particles to these bigger planets in the universe. Everything has a nature, unreliability. That's the worldly nature. That when it comes to that, you can't depend on anything or anybody. And the thing, and other thing is, you can't trust or you can't hold it to anybody or anything. Why you can't trust or you can't follow anybody or anything? Because the thing is that this is the first time you experience this life. This is a very brand new moment for you. So tomorrow going to be a very brand new moment. So if you follow somebody, listen this very carefully and try to get it. So if you follow somebody, and if you hold it to some believing system or following system, if you start to trust something, what happens? You develop a very preconditioned mind. So then you're not going to become a very complete person, brand new human being to tomorrow. So when it comes to this universe, the most beautiful thing can happen to, the beautiful thing happen in the world or the universe. In the spiritual world, and even in the science and the technology, the most beautiful thing in this world is having this human life. So it is you. So are you giving that opportunity to experience that beauty within yourself? Or are you carrying many dogmas, believing cultural, traditional, even the spiritual, many ideas, and you just with the full of ideas and you are not experiencing anything. When the ideas become the guidelines, there is no place for your experience. So what the Buddha taught here, in the, especially when it comes to the tranquility and vipassana, so in the very first level, tranquility, drop that all the things that you carry as ideas. It doesn't, after your practice, you can take it back, but just drop for a moment. And completely be free and clear. And then with that clarity, without becoming a bias to anything, without having any preconditioned mind, with the analytical, critical understanding, and observe and recognize the moment that you experience and accept it as the life, not something that you think. This is what you experience is real life. Maybe it is horrible, difficult, sad, disappointed, and already broken, and you got a flat tire, you know, and that's the nature, that's the true nature. So accept from that point, you can move forward. So unreliability is the nature of the world. But the thing is, our conventional life and our conventional happiness always depend on the reliability. But we're not going to find it. Where we can find that? Reliability you can find only the Dharma, which we explain the world is unreliable. That is the only reliable things that you can find. That is the only trustworthy things that you can, that is the only dependable thing that you can gain, the Dharma, or the wisdom, or your clarity. So then always remember, don't put your life on someone else's shoulder. So don't depend on others' opinion. But at the same time, you are responsible not to interfere with others' life in unnecessary ways. Because if you do so, then you have to pay for that. So then it is better you look into yourself and you work yourself. So that's why when it comes to practice meditation, and you work with yourself and you don't try to make someone mindful. No, we can't do that. We have no way to interfere with somebody. So then it is better you go in deeper, deeper, deeper into yourself. And you're not going to miss anything. And the mainly what will happen, you start to recognize the very nature of the world. And when you recognize it, you become more humble, you more accept it and let it be there. We can't correct anything. Look at the human history, we can't correct anything. Only thing is, within this lifetime, we can contribute our best to this humanity, becoming a best person, becoming the best version of us. That is the only way. So then always remember, reflect on it, meditate on it, keep chanting. This unreliability, nature, reflect on it, everything. And the other one is, from all the this subatomic particles to entire this bigger planets, all the universe, everything whatever exists has another nature. Instability. It's always change. It has a nature to, it's a fluctuate. And it's always unpredictable. Accept it. Your life unpredictable. People around us unpredictable and change. And don't try to keep anybody stable, anything stable. That everything unstable. For a moment, maybe you see this everything is kind of like a stable. And as you know, how when an earthquake happens, what happens to this all? And even when they build this everything, they build not to be solid, kind of like they know when the earthquake happens and what will happen. So they plan everything according to that. So, but when we see everything, it's look good, but when the earthquake happens, when the earth is shaken, this everything become liquid. So that you look everything around you, it look like nice, beautiful, comfortable, but deeper, it is not like that. That is the truth. So we try to find this stability within this conventional life, and it becomes itself a struggle within the people, within the material things. Don't look for stability. Always know yourself and accept it. Instability. And why it is hard then? This unreliability and instability, why it is hard to absorb and recognize. So because whatever we experience with our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, perception, and this, the material world, physical world, we take it as my world. That is where everything goes wrong. We believe this, everything mine. This is mine, and the material things mine, and we believe the people's and the children, parents believe, oh, this child is my child. Husband, wife believe, this is my husband, this is my child, my wife. Parents and the children believe, this is my parents. Partners, this is my partner, this is my friend. So taking this as mine, that is where this everything go wrong. So that's why Dharma is always give us a kind of like, it's like a guideline. So this everywhere, so then as you know, this life is very brand new for us. And at the same time, this is not going to repeat again, then you have no second chance in life. Remember that. In the true life, there's no second chance. It's one shot. That's it. Get it. No? But there is a way that when you look at around you, you can recognize how the life happens. That is the only way. That is the another way you open to the wisdom, seeing around you. And that's why it says in the history, the most beautiful thing happened in the planet is having this human life. And the most ugliest, most ignorant thought come in that beautiful human mind is what? This is remember, when something happened to another person, when we see that, we think it's not going to happen to me. That is the most ignorant thought. When somebody dies, we think, oh, it's not going to happen to me. No. When people criticize somebody and we look at it, we say, oh, look at that person, why that person did that thing. We think, oh, it's not going to happen to me. It happened to only that person. That is the most ignorant thought. So then always remember, dharma means you open and look around rather than holding to this body believing, this is me. I can do whatever I want. This is my life. So you are part of the nature. So then always remember, appreciate the life you have, but don't misunderstand it. So that is where the Dharma helps for us to understand this more deeply. And so in that way, to gain this, because we mesmerize with all the good, nice, beautiful things, the happy things in the conventional life. So it's kind of like a build up a very rusty, kind of like a very hard shell and around our wisdom. So now you have to break it. Only way to break that, you have to go through the pain. There is a way that you can listen and understand and practice by deeply observing, you can see. But there are very few people access to that path. Other most of time need to go through the pain. Nothing wrong with that. Because sometimes that is the best way for us to learn the reality. So let it come to us. Get hurt. Don't afraid for that. Why? Because if you really hurt, because of your own journey, because of your own decision, because of your own wisdom, and the very next, you're going to find the truth. So then it's not going to happen to you again. Either way, you're going to win if you look for the truth, because it's there. Somehow you will find it. But it will not going to come until you get tired. So that's why in this carnival, we keep playing, we go to many games and we playing many things and we go many rides, enjoy it. But you have to remember, it's not forever. So when the day you come to end this carnival, what you have to do? That's a real question. When you get tired about this life, what you have to do? When you really get hurt from this life, what you have to do? When you really don't know what to do in this life, what you have to do? When you really go through worry, sad, disappointment, unhappiness, pain, what you have to do? That is the day. Don't try to do anything. Just sit and remember that is the invitation for you to practice meditation. So you bring your attention in front of your nose and your upper lip area and settle down. Don't move your body. Keep your neck head straight in one line and allow your inhalation, exhalations happen itself. And then bring your attention to the sensation and observe. Don't try to interfere with that natural process. Why? Because your pain, your unhappiness, sadness, worry, disappointment, you already went through the hell because you interfering to this nature in unnecessary way. So you got the lesson now. Now you are in the pain. You fail. So now you have to accept it. Bring your attention, sit, observe the inhalation, exhalation. And that is where you're going to recognize the real happiness or the real wisdom that you used to keep looking this outside world. It is not there. It is within you. So when the day you find out that anymore you don't look something from outside, that is the day your desire anymore not going to arise. When the desire not arise, but still the mind experience something, that is the day you're going to get out of this existence or the withdraw from this existence. And that is the day you find your liberation. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left and neck it straight in one line and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Sopatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So if your mind go here and there, bring it back again and again, just settle down with the sensation. In the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself naturally. Do nothing extra. Just recognize it. Bring your attention to your body, please, and observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible. near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all 6 directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. Also, by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata chammi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya imaya dhamma nudhamma patipattiya buddham pujemi dhammang pujemi sanghang pujemi Addaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadi maranam ha paribunjissami idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.